Welcome to the Collingwood Rant. I'm Sly.
And it's only been a lot of beers, Spook.
So we're coming to you straight after the game.
And it's been a lot of beers, Spook.
Spook, what do you think about this win over the Western Bulldogs?
It was the best of times, it was the blurst of times. It was the best of times, it was the blurst of times.
So what's that mean?
It means we were good shit, good shit. No, hang on, I got it around the wrong way. Bad, good, good, bad.
So let's look at it. My check out.
Was he?
Yep. So it was all about how we're going to play up forward without...
No, how did he even play up forward?
Yep, we did train up forward. So we went with Fremantle and Cox.
Yeah, that worked well.
Yeah. And Maynard was a late withdrawal. So two major withdrawals from the club, from the side.
Mm-hmm.
Two of the guys you'd say would be top 10 penciled in.
Top 10 penciled in?
When we pencil in our team, it'll be in the top 10.
Mm-hmm. In pencil?
Yeah, probably. Would you take that?
I'll take the pencil.
Yeah. So Bulldogs just smashed us for the first 15 minutes.
Didn't they just?
Didn't
but they
they?
only kicked 3 goals in that smashing.
Yeah, but they dominated like all the play around the ball.
Oh,
Do you
they
think
they threw everything at that start. I mean, they were on fire.
Do you think it's a concern that like there's times we just smash the opposition midfield, and there's other times we just smash? It's not like a break-even thing. It seems to be one or the other. Cameron has struggled in the ruck. Cox and Frampton were almost non-existent for her, like except for like the smallest cameos. It was sort of game where, I mean, English is a good ruckman. Bont's a fucking legend, superstar.
He's a gun.
You know, Nick Dacos had 6 clearances in about 12 minutes, and probably kept us, minimised the damage. But the Dogs just really ran over us. Jamara Ugle-Hagan, what a game!
He is developing into a very, very fucking good player.
Is that a shock, given he was the number 1 draft pick?
Well, it's a rarity these days, aren't they? Usually pretty average.
Well, it is. I mean, so we took our forwards, an international rookie, a rookie defender. I don't know who else have played up there. Pick 78, and they took pick number 1. Is it a shock that they got some payback from pick number 1, and we haven't gotten quite the return from the lower draft picks?
No, it's not a shock. It really does go to show that when you use your early draft picks on a good key forward, they can actually be a good key forward. It's not rocket science, apparently.
And Norton was involved in the Jones Stevenson draft. I'm not trying to say like, hey, we should have, I'm not trying to be retrospectively wise, but because people go, they weren't there. Norton was there in the draft. Jake Riccardi was there, like pick 50. We could have taken him. We didn't do that. Even Peter Wright. So I'm just sort of saying the options were there. We just didn't go with them.
Well, we were talking about Nick Larkey. He was taking about pick 172.
Yeah.
And he's turning into a ripper forward. They're out there. The thing is, Collingwood, you actually have to draft them.
Yeah.
Just don't overlook them. Just draft them. Call their names out.
But
have some faith.
Is that the Collingwood way, though? It's like Collingwood's gone key defender. Let's see. Billy Frampton. Adelaide drafted him at pick thing. Jordan Roughhead. Lyndon Dunn.
It just never stops.
Maybe we should cut the middleman out and just sort of bring him straight into the club.
You look. I mean, it was a tale of two ends. Our forward line was dysfunctional early.
Well, Elliott was good.
The Cox and Frampton combination was a disaster.
What a shock that 2 Rockman-sized players playing the same forward 50, once the ball went to ground, just weren't effective.
No, I have no idea.
At the end of the first quarter, in the second quarter, we sort of wrestled back momentum, and that third quarter, the quarter which has been up to worst quarter this year, we just came out and smashed them.
It's Bizarro Wood. But we said that, like, they finished the second quarter
well,
very well. You sort of thought, and we made comment about, coming into their third quarter, this is where they're traditionally shit.
fade, yeah.
They flipped it on the edge today. I mean, they absolutely come out.
the
That's probably. I mean, it'd have to be our best quarter for the year.
Yeah.
But they were incredibly superb.
But you know what frustrates me about that? Is, okay, we had a great third quarter. So what's your excuse for all the other third quarters? So if they had a bad third quarter, I could say, we don't do so well after half time.
I still think it goes back to my theory that they pace themselves in that third quarter to set up for the last, but you didn't have the opportunity to do that today because you were behind the 8 ball. You needed to make some ground.
So what's your explanation for the last 15 minutes of the game where they came at us so hard?
Oh, look, I mean, we talked about it because we watched it here at Casa de Sly. That they kicked that opening goal the last quarter,
Collingwood
and
kick,
I think that they thought that was enough. It sort of, you got the impression that they were just gonna, we'll sit back and we'll control the tempo here rather than just keep going. We'll just sit back and defend that lead. But it fell apart once the Dogs actually didn't want to play that game. They went back to that really frantic attacking style they did in the first quarter, and we just stopped. Not stopped in terms of...
No, we stopped.
Yeah,
we stopped. I mean, it goes back again to, like, when the momentum turns against us, we just don't touch the ball. And we're chasing it constantly. And look, I mean, I know some dickhead of a commentator, I can't remember what it was, I think it was James Brayshaw, but I don't want to name names, but I'm pretty sure it was James Brayshaw. But anyway...
Was it James Brayshaw?
I don't want to name people, but anyway, Brayshaw said that, Bulldogs could have been ahead by more if they kick accurately, because in the first quarter it was 3-1 them to 1-4 us. So, yeah, if they kicked accurately, they would have been 4 straight. And in the second quarter, it was 6-5 to 5-6. So we can see that they were much more inaccurate than us. They had 11 shots and kicked 6 goals. We had 11 shots and kicked 5 goals. So thanks, James.
James mathematics, though. Did they study that at university?
University of Channel 7?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I don't remember what we were up to. We were talking some shit.
Oh, you talk about James Brayshaw and what an arsehole he is.
No.
Did I say arsehole out loud?
Yeah, you did. I'm talking about momentum swings.
See, this is why I never continue my career as a proctologist. I find it hard to distinguish between the two. I see a Brayshaw, I see an arsehole. I'm not sure. I can't tell.
So where do you work now?
In proctology.
Would you take that?
Well, no, there's a joke there, but I got caught out with the I love cocks thing last week.
Last night too.
Yeah, work with that one, turds. I dare you. No, so where were we going?
Momentum swings.
Do we? And roundabouts?
A big factor in why... I mean, DeGolia was a little bit rusty in the first half. He came into it in the second half.
Yep.
Nick Dacos, that third quarter...
Well, I reckon that was a byproduct of that second quarter. Like, he was really well down on his output. Like, I think he only had a couple of...
But he seemed to be off the ball too.
But the thing is, I think, Nick comes off at look, most blokes will come off at half-time and go, well, geez, I really probably should do better. I'm disappointed, that sort of thing. I think he would have fucking stewed like a madman, and he is coming out to make amends for that second quarter. And, like, the standard wasn't like, like, he didn't fuck anything up or anything like that. He just didn't get his hands on it. But he went ballistic in that third quarter. He is a freak.
But there was that one bit of playoffs too, and like Luke Hodge commented on it, that, again, they got surrounded by like 4 Bulldogs, and he sort of went this way, that way, that way, that way. No one was touching him, and then he spotted uphill on the wing.
Yep. I said at the time, is your average player at that stage, with that much pressure around him, would have just thrown the ball in the boot and just tried to clear it. Not for Nick. Yeah. He kept zigging and zagging, going, well, no option, no option, no option. Bang, and then he's just delivered it up the other end superbly. He's just a freak. And
then you get that beautiful banana goal he kicked where he just sort of ran into it, rove it. Josh kicked a beautiful goal, pretty much off one step.
Yep. There's some stats that come up during the game about how effective Josh has been. But I think Josh, he flies under the radar a hell of a lot in the shadow of Nick. If he's not All-Australian on the wing this year...
He should have been All-Australian last year.
Oh, he should have. But if he doesn't get it this year, it's a massive travesty. His numbers, he's just leading the competition. What was he? A bunch of firsts, seconds, thirds across the board? That's an incredible performance.
I mean, last year, I still think he's the best winger in the game, but as to the way the All-Australian side is selected, it's just like...
It's all midfielders.
All midfielders, and they're going to move out. And the thing I thought was disappointing was his numbers are still competing well against those people, but they've just actually selected those people, which is fucking pretty disappointing. Darcy Moore, could he get near his opponent, do you think?
No, I think... Well, the thing...
And Jeremy had the game he sort of thought he might have.
Yeah, stinker. So you had, I think, off Ugle-Hagan, they tried at various times. You had Murphy, Moore, and even Howe had a short crack at him. And he was just turning everybody inside out. I mean, that was embarrassing, just how
But
completely oblivious they were to the way he was running and sprinting off the leads.
But the thing is, like, I think they were sort of playing, if he goes there, then you follow him, but I'll follow him here. But there's times they all lost him, and he was by himself.
It just fell apart.
And same with Norton. I mean, Norton in the second half, they shut down. In the first half, he was just, he looked fucking great. And that Cody Waitman, sorry, not Dale Waitman, he looked great in the first half too. So there were guys just sort of getting off the leash, and I think it was zoning, and we were just not getting those zones tight enough. So every time Bulldogs are going forward, their forwards are just miles free of any of our players. And like, I thought Darcy, I thought a lot of the defenders other than Quaynor had pretty fucking bad games. I thought Quaynor worked his way into it and became really good. As it went on, became a lot more solid, but...
And you've got to be extremely thankful that a few of them didn't bring their kicking boots.
Well, they kicked 3-1 in the first quarter.
No, but what did Hugo Hagen finish up with? He missed a patch of them there in that those moments of dominance as well. If he converted, it could have been a different game.
Thanks, James Brayshaw.
What an arsehole. that I am. I feel like an arsehole right now. No, actually, Turts, you going to work with that one as well? It's all falling apart for me, to be honest.
Look, I got to give the club credit because, look, what Collingwood's doing at the moment, I expected them to do under Buckley 28 years ago.
What, implode?
No, that's the Titan. Collingwood...
Too early?
No. There's all these things that sort of Collingwood have as, I don't know what you call them, stumbling blocks or obstacles culturally. I reckon Buckley was aware of them and tried to change them, and he just didn't, because I don't think he had a good enough grasp. McRae's come in and he's done these things. He's starting to change it. So, like, going into this game, I was more confident of beating the Dogs. And even when they were free, they got the 22 points up. I thought, we're going to come at them at some point. Now, that third quarter surprised me a bit, but we smashed them. We got to like 6 goals up. Now, I'm disappointed in the last quarter. We just sort of went, no, they put the queue in the rack now. But I'm actually really appreciative of the fact that you are building some faith in this list to do that. My concern would be that to do that, you really need guys like Nick Dacos to fucking step up. And that's not a...
Oh, you think he's not doing enough?
That's not a slide in that way, but I'm saying you're really relying on certain players to sort of perform out of their skin, and then everyone else falls in the wake. Markov's another one I want to say was actually pretty good.
Fuck it, he's turning into a beauty.
Yeah, so... But when Nick Dacos sort of came into the game, in the first quarter he kept us in it, second quarter he went out of it, they dominated, third quarter he dominated, we came back into it. That's my concern. DeGoey's obviously hasn't played for 3 weeks.
He worked his way back into it.
He worked his way into it, but like, yeah, in terms of like, obviously going to be a little bit rusty. Side bottom will come back. McStay will come back and
do another finger.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
But from what I've seen the whole season, like when it's shut down, it gets shut down really, absolutely. And then it takes like Nick Dacos or DeGoey to really sort of step up and start the engine again. And I know like people go, well, that's with every team, but it feels like if those guys aren't in it, then no one's in it, and we're just chasing tail the whole game.
Do you think that when they go out and actively find elite players like Nick Dacos, that they actually do make a difference when they're out there?
Well, that would be a surprise. I mean, we finished 17th in 2021, then we got Nick Dacos when we finished a preliminary finalist, and then he's there again and playing better in the Brownlow medal favourite, and we're on top of the ladder. So I don't know if there's any correlation between getting an elite player in and playing an elite standard of football.
Who would you think in our current side would be the elite players?
It's Nick, DeGoey and Darcy. I thought Pendlebury had a good first half. He
was just there to rack up fucking stats. What a glory hound. Did you see him? Handball to me. Build my numbers up.
Yeah. And Markov was doing the same. Markov was going, look, I'm just 9,000 away, Pendles. Give it back. But...
What a fucking effort, though, from the big boy, though, Pendles.
Yeah, but Pendles is no longer elite. He'll have elite patches, but...
No, but at his age, you wouldn't expect him to be.
No.
Someone just put out the stud.
So, if those...
Is he up for having a couple more kids, Pendles?
Fucking, I should be getting a few more from the Dacos. But from that side, I'd say more DeGoey and Nick. They're elite.
True elites, yeah.
Guys like Mitchell, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Mychek, very good when he's there. Yeah, and there's a lot of very good players, and then there's a lot of role players. So, I think what's happened over the years, because they've expanded and all that sort of shit, the quantity of elite players you need isn't as high as it was, say, 15 years ago. But there's still a requirement for elite players. And I was talking to you previously, prior, about, like, if you look at most of the top teams, they'll have forwards who will take in very high in the draft. So if you go Worth first, Port, Todd Marshall was taken top 20. Dixon would have been top 10. There's another guy, Georgianis, I think he was top 20. Melbourne, no, not so much. Although previously I had Weedman, but he didn't really factor in that much. Brisbane, Danaher, it would have been a top 10 pick. Hip was top 15. Yep. And you go down Adelaide, Tilthorpe, Walker, Fogarty. Bulldogs, Jamari Eagle-Hagan's pick 1. Norton's like top 10 pick. Yep. So you're looking like a lot of elite picks. And look, I actually think Mychek's really close to being an elite player, but not the way he has to play, because he has to play way above his weight. He has to punch way above his weight. If he was in the side like Carlton, but not coached by Voss, behind, Curnow and McKay, he'd be fucking impossible to stop. He'd be kicking 4 or 5 every week, because he'd be getting the third, fourth, fifth best defender. Yep. So, then you go down to like Sydney, Logan McDonald, Buddy, Geelong, Cameron Hawkins would be top 10 picks. So it's a little bit, we've talked about this before. We don't invest enough in key forwards.
No, it's a baffling thing. We like the tries.
But Ash Johnson kicked 3 goals today after getting his pants stacked.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's a way to stick it to the critics, isn't it? Come out and kick 3 goals. And keep your pants on. I think that's important.
So the first time I thought he was actually good, but I think Ash Johnson, he sort of disappears from the game, and that's probably an endurance fitness thing, where and plus the intensity and all that. So he had an opportunity to take a really good mark later, or he sort of floated behind the pack and dropped an overhead mark, and that would have just killed the comeback. I mean, it frustrates me that, 6 goals up, and I don't think we were ever really in danger, but it frustrates me that it got back to 12 points and then you had a few nervous minutes where you shouldn't have. And you look at people will be going, you can't kill the side the whole game. It's like, no, I don't expect it, but I expect you to control the game to the point where going into the last 5 minutes where 5 goals up and then both teams are just playing it out. This is the result. As opposed to, hey, we're trying to play it out 20 minutes to go, and then they get back to within 2-3 goals, and now their intensity is lifted, which means our intensity has to lift, and now for actually longer, ultimately, we need to match what they're doing. So that frustrates me.
It's a funny dynamic, because again, you heard Fly, and he does it most weeks now, just talking about accumulating the points at the moment. That seems to be the underlying thing. I don't think they come away from this particularly concerned that they... what was the maximum we got out to? About 30...
6 goals, basically.
Yeah, 30-something points in the league. And look, as a supporter, you obviously sit there and you think, well, I want you to fucking build on this. I want you to win by 10 goals now, because you've clearly done all the hard work. You should just keep going. But the mindset seems to be at this stage just to go out and do enough to win. I don't... Look, then I really never played at this level, obviously. Would you think that that's a good thing?
No.
Or would you think it's a bad thing? Because I still have concerns about moving forward. If you have that mindset where it's just too easy to go into your shell and conserve whatever it is you're doing to just eke out a win, is that what you want to take into the finals?
I'm taking it into culture.
If you're mature enough to actually just hit a particular game closer to finals to say, well, that's it, we're fucking banging home from here, and switch over into an opposite mode where you just start destroying, then I'd be a happy person. Look at 2010, that drawn grand final was probably the only out there in that. So as soon as we hit finals, we just went into absolute destruction mode, and that's what I want.
But
I'm not. I'm 50-50, maybe not 50, 70-30 about. Look, I just like
60-40.
I'd love to see comfortable wins. I don't want to feel the tension. I don't want to feel like are we gonna fucking drop this? Are we gonna lose this? When we've done all the work to get to that point where we should be sustaining a lead rather than letting it slip.
I don't want people to fucking think when we complain about this that I'm expecting us to win by 100 points every week. I'm not.
No, he said that 99 was enough for him.
Yeah, 5 goals up, whatever. Then I think just keep it at that. Don't get it back into the 2-goal range or whatever. It gets a little bit nervous. That's what frustrates me.
Just jab at that point. Yeah. Just keep them on their feet.
And
don't let them back in. Because I think it's also it's a demonstration of the rest of the competition that if you do apply a lot of pressure with them, they will wilt a little bit. I don't think you want to be known as that particular side going into finals because that'll be exploited. You would think coming into the point into the season.
Well, if I was a coach of an opposition side, I would say, and I remember Chris Scott said this against Geelong, when he was coaching Geelong last year against us. We got 6 goals up and they came back and won. And he felt like we're always vulnerable because we're attacking all the time. And it's like, I don't want that sort of... Right now, probably clubs are thinking, oh, we're for a few goals up, they can come back. But the flip side of that would be, if they're a few goals up, they do tend to sort of start playing a little bit defensive or protecting the lead. So that's the sort of thing, is like, I just want the opposition clubs to go, we don't quite know how to beat them, because if they're down, they come at us. And if they're in front, they hold us at bay. It's happened too often where opposition clubs have come at us after we've developed a handy lead, and that's secured the game, a couple of months ago is a really good example. I mean, bloody Adelaide were 5 goals up and they got 13 points in front. That shouldn't have happened. I don't give a fuck if people go, well, we won anyway. Why does it have to get to that point to win? You should just be smashing them at that point. And I'm going to say we're smashing, I'm not saying, hey, let's fucking win by 150 points. We're 5 goals up against Adelaide. That should have been a pretty comfortable day for us. The second half became this torrid affair. And the thing is, when games become like that, that's when you get injuries, because players are having to overcommit and lift the intensity and all that sort of stuff. So that's what really that's what worries me. And I think today or tonight, look, there's a lot of makeshift players or players forced to play in makeshift positions because we don't have better options. So that's the other thing that worries me. Midfield, Darcy Cameron. Look, struggling in the ruck. I'm still surprised Cox is not the number 1 ruck. Frampton, Cox up forward. I thought that was just ludicrous. I thought Frampton should play in defence because they had bigger players and that sort of stuff. And Nick Dacos really elevates that side, really appreciates that side with his input. And I know people go, well, everyone's got a really good player or whatever, but like, if you took him out of that side, I think we'd sort of fucking seriously drop.
Massively.
And that's a second-year player.
It's an unfillable hole.
Yeah, and that's a second-year player that they're relying on.
You can see how dramatically it changes when he does go onto the bench, because you're robbed of that creativity to a point,
and that composure, and just all of it. So that's what frustrates me. It's like, look, we're doing the best. Look, we're doing great. So, but the thing is,
we're 15-2.
Would you take it at the start of the year?
I'm taking it. Are we 15-2 or 14-2? Whatever it is.
My concern with Collingwood historically is we build really good battling sides who do this. They fight really well in the home and away season, but they get found out. And someone will go, well, you're being negative. Well, go look at the fucking stats.
History doesn't lie.
Yeah, okay, so it's recorded. We lose when it matters. And if you think I'm bullshit, maybe just go look at next year. Or last year. Maybe next year. Go look at last year.
Go look at next year and rewind and go back and watch this episode.
So that's what concerns me. It's like, I think, look, McRae and co, fucking brilliant coaching. They really seem to have reinvented the place. They've done a lot of sort of stuff. Watching that idiot Brian Taylor doing Roman Bryant, where the fuck, what's his name?
Roman Biryani.
Yeah, and talking to fucking people like Jeff Brown and all that sort of stuff. And like, they all seem to speak well, all that sort of stuff. But ultimately, football comes down to personnel. Personnel's for us.
Personnel's for assholes. Yeah. Again, we're back on Brayshaw.
Yeah.
Well, allegedly.
Yeah.
Forget. Don't forget. I failed proctology.
Any final thoughts about this game?
No. Look, I'm happy, obviously, with the win. I'm happy with the points. Don't get me wrong. I think, though, I would have been more comfortable, again, just to hold them at arm's length and win by that margin at three-quarter time. The fact that they sort of dribbled their way back into it and a little bit of tension was there, that's the bit that I get a little bit concerned with. Yeah. I think because it does show that you've got a bit of a softer underbelly. And that's, I don't think, that thing that you want to actually advertise to the rest of the competition. Yeah, we talked about it in the first quarter. That as soon as the pressure torch is applied, we do wilt a little bit, and we are left a little bit wandering till we readjust to the tempo of the game. These are things where you're actually advertising where your weaknesses are. And I don't think come finals you can just say magically that those things are going to go away because your intensity is going to lift. Everybody, when they hit finals, lifts. I really would just like to see something that's building towards a campaign where you probably aren't exhibiting some of these things. And it's not like it's a fucking disaster or anything like that. Clearly, we are where we are on the ladder because we deserve to be there based on merit. But I still, as a long-term Collingwood supporter, had that sense of nervousness about where this season could potentially go wrong. And I want them to fucking wave flags and say, no, this year is different. We're gonna tackle this differently. And then behind the scenes, maybe they're doing that.
Yeah, look, I mean, again, I'm not criticising anyone at the club, but the reality is, historically, we follow a pattern. So until you break that pattern, we're going to be questionable. Or questioning, sorry, not questionable. Well, we are questionable anyway. But we're going to be dubious that, hey, has it changed? And then, I mean, we said it fucking last year. It's like we're winning all these close ones and we're going, geez, I wonder which close ones we might lose. Geez, which ones were they? But people, what shits me too? It's like I was talking to someone fucking the other week, and this is what shits me with the fucking Collingwood mentality, the culture. Is like, I'm talking about like the games we lost. They go, we only lost the prelim by 1 point. Well, did that get you into the grand final only losing by 1 point? What if you lost by 1 or 101 points? Did that change the outcome of that game? It doesn't. And that's what frustrates me. It's like you win or you lose. Losing by just a little bit is not fucking good enough. Mason Cox stopping Richmond's 4 in a row. That's a furphy. Stop clinging to bullshit things to build this club up. Cling to fucking factual things that we achieve, we win flags. Not hey, well, are you pleased with this? Are you pleased with that? We did well, we want this. In the end, it all comes down to fucking flags. Mm-hmm. And like right now, great, we're doing a great job of putting ourselves in the best position possible. But there are concerns in the makeup of that side.
Oh, and that's it. I think it's not so much about being negative. It's just really being cautious of some of the shortfalls that could potentially be there when it comes pointy end of the season. That's always the concern.
It's good if you are negative though. What? A little bit of magnesium.
Why is that like a little bit of Monica on your knee?
Yeah, you probably have a boil. Any final thoughts about this game?
No, it's enough. Fucking move on to the next one. Who are we playing next?
No. Just let's backstep because Richmond played Sydney. Marlion Pickett. I don't know how you pronounce it. Marlion Pickett played the game. Richmond stole the win.
Where are you going with that statement?
I haven't said anything. We're surprised that Marlion Pickett plays that game, comes back, fucking huge hoopla around his...
Do you know what shits me that? Ultimately, end of the day...
Innocent until proven guilty, unless you're Jordan DeGoey.
Exactly, and that is exactly right. Is Pickett's playing because he hasn't been found guilty of anything? Or he's been, at this point, he's been charged or whatever? I don't know. I understand the law. Wouldn't have a fucking clue how it works. At the moment...
Victoria, no.
He's allowed to play because he hasn't done, in the eyes of the law, anything wrong yet.
Yep.
Jordan DeGoey is hung, drawn and quartered and doesn't get the same opportunities. It's a staggering dipole, is that the right word?
I don't know.
It is now.
Where are you going with this?
I don't know. But the thing is, it's just like, it's chalk and cheese between how some people at Tret versus...
Some people at Tret.
Well, treated Tret. It isn't past tense, it's alright. But the thing is, like, no one's up in arms in the media about Pickett playing.
Well, definitely not John Ralph.
Yeah, when DeGoey had that Barley incident.
What incident? There was no incident.
Well, no, the alleged incident.
There was no alleged incident.
Where two consenting adults touched each other.
An incident implies that something untoward happened.
Social media tore him apart. Like, everything was all about he shouldn't be allowed to play. And then he hasn't been fucking found guilty. He hasn't even been charged with anything. And yet he's destroyed. Pickett's in a different boat. Like, he's been charged with stealing or whatever he's done. We don't know yet. Until he's found guilty. And not a fucking peep. Not a fucking word. Nobody's up in arms that he's out there playing.
No.
No one in the media is upset. No one in social media land, who thrive to get upset at everything, didn't say a fucking word about it.
No, look, I 100% agree.
It does your fucking head in, seriously. And then, obviously, there's a Collingwood bias here because I think we're Collingwood supporters, aren't we?
I'm 42% of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, it just staggers me that you can have such a difference between the way people are judged.
Okay,
well, not judged as in judged by a judge who works in the law, judged by the fucking morons out there in social media land.
Oh, look, the reality is that fucking media is built for clickbait and sensationalism, and they determine what is going to be a story and what's not going to be a story. Jordan Goey, flirting with someone who's a consensual partner is not a story. But they turned it into a story. And then you get people like Kane Corns going, oh, why is Jordan Goey do this? And Kane Corns will push it this year where he'll fucking go, hey, I'm sick of Jordan Goey, fucking up his seasons. Look, he's now gotten suspended for a bump. Like, well, hang on, no one's ever bumped anyone in the history of football before, but let's make it out like it's the worst thing ever. But then you get this, which seems like a pretty serious crime, allegedly. And it's nothing. And so...
And just on the bump, if I can just interject for a second, then Curvis just bumped somebody and sent them into next week. Where's the outrage out of that?
No, they were all going, well, was there contact? I didn't know. What actually contacted?
Did you see the halftime Ralph Malf assessment?
No, I didn't see the Ralph Malf assessment.
Well, he described it and he finished off the sentence with exactly like the De Goey bump.
Really?
Because obviously that's where your benchmark is for comparing these sorts of things.
Okay.
But you won't see any of the fucking outrage out of it. No one will actually fucking hear the word Nankervis uttered, and nobody will actually read too much about Nankervis. He'll quietly go and get his 2 to 3 weeks,
and there'll be no issue.
And that'll be it. It'll be done. This is justice served.
Yep.
Unlike De Goey, who was meant to get, I think, 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
And then no time off for good
behaviour
because he's incapable of it.
Corns had him at like 5 to 6 weeks.
Corns?
Yeah. Kane Corns, who also going... I don't think we actually spoke about this. That fucking Dan Houston goal.
Did I mention that I failed proctology? And if someone put Kane Corns and an arsehole right in front of me...
James Brayshaw.
And James Brayshaw. If it was a lineup... and you had to choose the biggest arsehole, and as someone who's failed proctology, I'd get this wrong. I couldn't probably distinguish between the 3 of them.
No.
There'd be a smell with one of them that'd be bad.
But there'd be hot air coming out of 2 others.
It'd probably Corns. But yeah, hot air coming out.
Two of them.
So yeah, look, if only I'd passed proctology, I'd be better at distinguishing what an arsehole looks like versus Corns and who's the other twat? Brayshaw.
But fortunately, you go for Collingwood and we're 14-2. Would you take that?
I'd take it. I'd take it at heartbeat.
So we're playing Fremantle at the G.
I could only dream of being 14-2.
Yeah. We're playing Fremantle at the G.
Are we?
Yeah.
No, who's their good player?
Fife,
yeah. He's not playing, is he? He's out again for injured?
He's been injured about 28 years.
Yeah, he comes in for a couple of minutes a year now these days.
And they're signed 2 more years.
Yeah. He hasn't even bothered putting the Freo jumper on. He just turns up in his tracking gear.
I hear he's got like a holographic one that changes on the light. So we got them. Side bottom potentially back. Dan McStay played in the VFL and got on about 6 possessions. But they brought Ash Johnson back, so I guess all he needs is about 6 possessions.
Well, he's going
to
he'll be the answer to all the problems, Ash Johnson now, wouldn't he, moving forward?
Or it'd be Dan McStay, wouldn't it?
Why? How can you get a game in when Johnson's on fire?
No, because not. So I mean, the thing is, they're not going to play.
He kicked 3 goals. How many's McStay kicked in his career?
They're not going to play Cox McRae to give it again.
No.
Sorry, Cox McRae. When Cox Frampton, they're going to play those 2.
Cox McRae.
Yep.
Isn't that a racehorse?
No, I don't. But they're going to play those 2 ruckmen up forward. Cox has been a little bit quieter the last few weeks. He still comes, I mean, actually, let me fucking go back to the game for a second. Cox did that 1 mark, and, it was a one-handed mark. He fucking took it, and that was it. But prior, Jamari Hagan fucking got like a little bit touched on the chest, and they fucking showed 28 replays.
The Moore one,
and the Moore one, they went over like it was
pretty soft.
It was like the fucking Zapruder footage. Oh, look how he's held him and all that sort of shit.
Back and to the left.
Cox went at this mark 1 arm, and no one's sort of going, "Oh, I wonder why he's gone with one."
Did you notice most of his marking contests involved
1 arm,
3 or 4 other fucking debutants as well?
And that kills me. It's like Cox goes for so many marks 1 arm, and no one sort of goes, "Geez, I wonder why he's doing it. Is it because he's American?" Or is it because the other arm's being fucking held? No one
mentions in America, that's what they do. Like the Statue of Liberty, I don't see 2 arms up in the air. She's only got 1. The other one's held.
And let me fucking, while I'm going off, the fucking Jamari Eagle-Hagan, you fucking go up to Cox and give him shit after you missed the fucking easy set shot. You dickhead. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the context of that one is. That was a strange moment.
I think he went to celebrate it and it's missed, and he's gone, well, started celebrating, I've got to get through with it. And Cox is just going, what the fuck, man? I kicked those. I
It's like-
kicked 3 of those against Richmond when I stopped their 4-Pete.
Well, they made like about how happy he was, and then they made comment about how happy Norton was when he was going up for marks and marking stuff. It's like I thought Hawthorn were the only happy team.
Yeah, I think Norton's only happy when he's stopping viruses. Playing Fremantle.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Nah,
At the G.
Yeah.
No, we should fucking lose this by only 10 goals, shouldn't we?
So you might get Sidebottom back. You might get.
Well, that's it. You're gonna have Sidebottom. You're gonna have Miacek back in because he was rested.
Yeah.
And who's the other one?
Sidebottom will stay.
Maynard will be back.
Maynard, yeah. My check. So you got like 4 players potentially
we got,
coming.
Hoskin Elliott with a broken hand, apparently. But they don't know because when they tried to X-ray, there's just nothing there. It was like this. Where is he? Where is he?
Yeah, I heard when at the end of the game, fucking Fly went shake my hand and you went. Yeah. So he's out definitely at least for
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
According to Tom Brown, though, there's lots of little bones in the hand that could be broken. Lots of little bones. He was shaking. It was like a rattle. He goes, how many bones were broken in there?
Well, he's just repeating what A.B. Holmes was saying.
He's good value, Tom Brown. Don't ever say anything bad about him.
He looks like the puppet from Farscape. Anyway, go.
I never watched Farscape, but I think it's that little alien
Rigel,
one.
Yeah. Oh, fuck it, maybe we'll put a picture up. So you got to like potentially Sidebottom, Mychek, Mix the Hay, Maynard to come back. I think Bianco will probably go. He didn't do too badly except for that fucking one kick out of the back pocket that was smothered.
No.
And I don't think they'll carry. Cox or Frampton will go.
I think. Geez, Frampton. You think? I don't know.
He was terrible.
Frampton was fucking terrible. Cox was incredibly well held. I think. What did Cox end up with a goal tonight? I don't think he did.
Yeah, he did. He did the 1 arm mark.
That's right. Running the goal square.
And Frampton took a good mark.
So it's horses for courses there. But I think.
So we'll just drop. Well, hang on. Let's take this back. Let's drop Cameron. He fucking did nothing.
Even in the ruck, and the thing is, like, you got Tim English, probably very mobile, athletic.
Very, very good ruckman.
I mean, how many times did Tim English do that really stupid thing where he defied gravity?
Yeah, jumped
at the ball. Our blokes just like to stay on the ground. Are they worried about gravity? Do they think if they jump, they might just keep going?
I've said it for 94 years that Cox should be the ruckman. That's the guy that should be playing as ruck. I don't like this. I really hate this, actually. And, I'm not saying Cameron can't be a good ruckman, but I hate this fucking default position he got. He's our ruck. So it means he missed 3 months and he came back in. You're our ruck. It's like, well, you don't have to earn it or anything. I mean, fucking, you were trying to make Grundy earn it, but now Cameron's like, yeah, we're going to bring you straight back in. And Cameron, of those 3 tools, I like Cox the best of them because he.
You like Cox?
Yeah, do you?
Apparently.
Yeah. But I like him because he plays with some anger, and the other 2 don't seem to play with that anger.
What was the battle between him and the little bloke for Caleb Daniel?
Yeah.
Jeez, they were into each other. It was funny to watch because it was like he's half the size of Cox.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's no gag here. There's no gag.
But
it was just funny. Like they actually, there was just a couple of off to the side footage of him, and like he was just Cox just standing there, and he's just like. It was like watching Fat Bastard and Mini-Me going at it in one of the Austin Powers films. It just was ludicrous.
Oh.
He's swatting at him.
I'm glad you sanitised that.
I think Daniel kept saying fee fi fo fum.
I think Cox lifted his boot and scraped Daniel off. Just said, on your way. Anyway, so Bianco I think will go. You won't hold this decision.
Well, we know Hoskin.
That's 2. And I think one of the 3 tools will go.
Oh, probably Frampton, I think. I think he'll be the second. I think he'll be the one that drifts in and out.
Well, see, I don't mind if they play Frampton down back and they play Markov or Howe in that Hoskin Elliott role. Because you don't need many positions in that role. You just need to run back and forth.
And you don't even need to turn up.
Yeah, but anyway, so I mean, we're playing. Oh, look, MCG, they should win pretty easy.
He's like the Predator when he runs around, Hoskin Elliott. There's a shimmer of light. Occasionally, he's hanging from the light towers.
Yeah, he's just not for anything. So what do you think about this game in terms of winning?
I think we should probably win this comfortably.
We're doomed now.
No, we're fucked.
Yeah.
No, I reckon it's the stage is set for a 10-goal loss.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go like we're gonna win this by. Okay, actually, I'll say this: we should win this easily, and not just win this easily. Not like fucking hey, get 7 goals up and then give up the next 5 and then pull back out the 5 goals. Win, win this by fucking 10 goals. Just keep building on it. We should have done it against Adelaide. It's not good enough to sort of go, hey, we're a good team, but we just can't quite smash a fucking opponent out of the park. I mean,
have we just come off 2 6-day breaks? This week was 6 days. So we've got an 8-day break, I think, between the next game. That's going to work for us.
Most of them
when are Freo playing? Are they playing tomorrow or Sunday? Does anyone fucking care?
No,
to be honest, I don't think they do.
What's nice?
No one ever sets their VCR to record a Freo game.
Oh, maybe Ross Lyon.
Would he?
Oh, potentially.
Oh. Is he deranged?
His coach is a killer, so...
He's deranged. Jesus.
Yeah. So...
Has he got a padded house at home?
No. I think we're going off track. So, we should smash the Fremantle.
I think so. I think we should.
Alright. Any final thoughts?
No, let's just go out and smash Freo.
Yep.
None of this fucking shenanigans where we let sides back in. Just go out and have a good old-fashioned flogging. Because even with our floggings, we let sides back in.
We've had to...
Can we have a woe to go smashing? When was the last woe to go smashing?
No. Well, last week, Gold Coast.
Apart from that one, when was the last woe to go smashing?
GWS.
Did we? Yeah.
We always... And then before that, Port.
Well, maybe I'll just shut the fuck up.
I don't... Look, for me, it's like... I don't need you to beat a team by 12 goals.
Me personally?
Yeah, you personally. I don't need Collingwood to beat a team by 12, 13, 14 goals. I just don't want you to let them back in it. So if you only... Like the North Melbourne game, I don't think that was a great game, but we got to like 6, 7 goals up, and they came back a little bit. We kept it at 5 goals. Now, it was never in any danger. It was a little bit disappointing when won by like 5, 6 goals, whatever it was. But at least it was contained. That's all I want. Don't let clubs get back in it. I'm going to be a little bit disappointed if you're fucking 10 goals up and you only win by 5. But at least don't let them fucking come back into it. Don't give them any hope. Don't give anyone any sense of vulnerability. Let's smash these fuckers. Develop that ruthlessness, and hey, let's go for it.
Let's win a flag, and then the next 3.
Yep. And would you take that?
I'll take it.
I'll take that. All right,
take it.
Cool. That's it for us. We'll be back next week.
No, I think we'll be back next week.
Maybe a little bit soberer.
No.
Later.
See ya.